like to acknowledge the Ngunnawal people, who are the traditional custodians of this land on which we're meeting. I want to pay respect to the elders of the Ngunnawal Nation, both past and present, and I extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders people here tonight. Am I speaking loud enough for the people at the back? Yeah. It is such a thrill to have you all here. Family, both Joe's and mine from my own side, including 3 of my 4 children, and Charlie and Eliza, who are 2 of my 4 grandchildren. Neighbours from Drummond Row and from Urambi Village. A dear friend from my undergraduate days in the late 60s at the ANU. From the Jungian world, my Temenos friends. Members of our morning men's Friday tennis group. Former teachers and colleagues at Canberra Grammar. Former staff and students from my days at the University of Canberra and at the Australian Catholic University. Teachers from Quarry Primary and Ainslie Primary. Members of the internationally acclaimed a cappella group, the Monteverdi All-Stars. Not only good friends, some long-standing, some recent, but also people that I've never met before tonight, people like Ashley, who I've got to know through their responses to the novel. One of the good things about getting older is that you have a bigger pool to draw on when you need one for a crowd. But having lots of people here, and lots of people who've already responded warmly to Harriet, has a darker side. And that's what I want to address here tonight. Some of you may have noticed a personality change in me. Some of you have diplomatically commented on it to my face. How come, you have said, how come, and Steve, we mean this not to sound unkind or critical, but just to give you a bit of constructive feedback, how come you've suddenly turned into such a shameless self-promoter? Well, I want to take this opportunity tonight to respond to that criticism. And I want to take as my guide here our politicians, whose tactic, whenever they're criticised, is to turn the torch onto someone else, to shift the blame. I want to tell you who is really at fault for any subtle shifts in my personality that you might conceivably have noticed over the past year. First of all, I blame C.C. Edwards. Where are you? There, skulking up the back. There would have been no shift towards self-promotion, towards an inflated ego, if it were not for Cece. I finished the final draft at the end of 2017. No one, not even Joe, had read a word of it. I wondered if anyone beyond me would be interested. So I showed it to Cece. She read it all. She gave me some excellent feedback. She told me she loved it. The seeds of a growing ego were sown at that moment, and I blamed Cece. I also blame Jo, my wife. Those of you who know her, especially those of you who know her as an editor, understand that she has a sharp eye for detail and very high standards. Writing doesn't pass through Jo's gate unless it's done properly. She was my second reader, and there were passages that she insisted I rethink, or redo, or chuck out. But in the end, she opened the gate. She enjoyed reading it, she said. I blame Jo. But the blame game doesn't end there. Not just with those two. I blame the 50 readers who in late 2017 and early 2018 read the 8 instalments and who gave me warm, ego-inflating feedback. I blame Brenton, who said it was beautifully written, and John Yandel, who after spending a day on a depressing picket line outside his English university, wrote to me to say that he found the latest instalment life-affirming. I blame Dennis Flannery, who would respond to my instalments with a message that began, "My dear Dickens." I blame Afrika Taylor, the cleverest academic I know, who told me that she thought my novel was clever. I blame all those 50 who wrote encouraging responses. They share the blame for setting me on this path. I blame the English teachers who have read it and said the novel reminded them of why they taught. I blame the readers who said they couldn't stop reading it. I blame all those who've posted reviews on Amazon and Goodreads, and all those readers who sent me photos of themselves with my book, irresponsibly feeding my megalomania. I blame my sister, Kathy, who, like the arch-fiend Satan, kept tempting me with visions of a TV series, of bestseller lists, even of a film starring Sir Ian McClellan as Max, Kate Winslet as Molly, Dev Patel as Zeph, and Emma Watson as Harriet. Then there are those who have shared my publicity. Emails, posters, flyers, Facebook posts, Instagram images, tweets, videos, webpage and photos. And you, the people in this room, just by being here, you are contributing to this rapidly inflating ego, this irresistible urge to blow my own trumpet. But most of all, I blame my son, Sol. There was an outside chance that I would remain level-headed before he did the cover. But as soon as I saw his final version, and especially when the first printed books arrived, I was gone. I have kept that first copy sitting on my desk for the past months. My phone case is now Sol's drawing of Harriet. My next tattoo I'm tossing up between forehead and chest. Will be Sol's drawing. Sol's cover captures so beautifully the atmosphere of those parts of my story set in the dark alleyways of Melbourne, or at least the version of these that reside in my imagination. I feel proud holding the book with his cover. I blame Sol. All of which is my rather clumsy way of saying thank you to so many. The other day a friend asked me how sales were going, and I said something about not really caring about sales. That wasn't entirely honest. Of course, I'd love more people to read the book. But I know that this isn't going to be a bestseller, and it's not going to win any prizes. It's not that kind of book. On the other hand, it seems to have touched the readers that I really care about. Former students, current teachers, family, friends, and friends of friends. These past months have been such a buzz that I know Joe's a bit worried about tomorrow, about the possible letdown after such an absorbing and intense time. But I've already got some ideas for a sequel.